Okay. I think I'm connected. Ah, okay. I'm here. I'm on. Um, Kind of a technical difficulty week. Um, Everything updated literally as I signed on to, like, well, I give myself a little bit of prep time, and everything decided that it needed to update. Windows needed to update. OBS needed to update. Um, and then Steam and VTube Studio did. So as you can see, the mouth is on my avatar here is just kind of not working. It's super, super glitchy. So I don't know what I need to do to fix that. Um, but I will be figuring that out, I guess, over the next 2 weeks. I say 2 weeks because next week, Wednesday, is my husband's birthday, and he has vetoed me coming on to stream. I can't really blame him. Actually, I have something kind of special planned. I'm not gonna say what. It's dinner. Just dinner. Oh. Huh. So my mouth is... I don't know what's going on. Oh, thank you, Game Detective. That was awesome. Cool to see that that feature works. Nothing else is. Oh, it's even funnier. Like, my mouth works more when I wave my hand in front of it. Yeah, that's literally me doing the little Pac-Man hand puppet thing. I have no idea. Yeah, so I'll get to that, like I said, over the next 2 weeks. Gosh, this list last week has just been insane. It feels like it's been a month. So the ongoing saga with the house stuff. As you all know, I'm shopping for a house. Last week was a scary story. This week was supposed to be a story of hope and awesome. And it's not this time. Our supposed... It really was like our dream home. It looked every bit the part. This cute little cabin on this nice plot of land with these gorgeous trees around it. And, well, gorgeous trees apparently brought in termites, and the seller didn't report that, like, at all. The seller, in fact, covered it all up with vinyl siding that they made sure was pretty level, but they didn't, like, fix the house. The house was actually sagging, and we never noticed because of the siding. They lied about the things that were in the ground we thought were an irrigation system. They said it was an irrigation system. And turns out that the green things that we thought was an irrigation system was actually a termite bait traps. So the entire friggin' property was infested. And oh boy, thank goodness we had the inspector we did. Thank goodness my realtor, called this guy. Because this guy took one look at the house, saw everything that somehow, me, my husband, my father, who's, pretty handy, my mother-in-law, And even my realtor, who, he sells houses, none of us saw this. And this guy just was just like, nope, this house is sick. And, like, bleh. So, we're back to square one with the house searching. And in Florida, that's really, really hard. So, oh well. What else we got going on? Oh, yes. I, in the midst of all of this, was contacted by the head of one of the... Well, it says it's a convention, but it's a one-day show. Tampa Indie Authors Book Convention is happening this year. I think that might actually be because they can't not happen. Yay, venue stuff. But yeah, so June 5th, I will be in Tampa, and I will be talking about my books. I actually really like this event because it's not just, hey, look at my book, come buy my book. It's a conference. A whole bunch of professionals, readers and authors alike get up there and, take turns talking about what they wrote about, what they do. Last year, I learned so many things, including the story of an individual who was surviving with a rare condition where he can't process food. And it just so happened to be that another friend of mine, their friend, had a daughter with the same condition. And I sent the information along so that the, little girl could contact the author of the book, because he talked about, how he was living with that condition. And I guess he still does baseball, and even crazier, he cooks for everybody, even though he can't eat. So I hope that connection worked out. I need to go follow up on that. But yeah, it was just one of many stories. Another one was there's this awesome mystery authoress there, and she is a real life bounty hunter, and the story she had to tell was just great. And then, believe it or not, I met my realtor there, but I don't think he wants to do real estate business under his author name, so I will keep that secret. Alright. Speaking of guest appearances, will you be returning to Falcon this year? Falcon's happening this year? That's a absolute yes. I, freaking love that show, and I freaking love Montevallo, so give me all the info. Oh. It's a joke. You got my hopes up. I'm gonna cry now. Be right back. Yeah, that's the fakest cry ever. Yeah. Oh, I know. I'm so sorry. This is Trevor, by the way. If Falcon were happening, you'd be the first to know. Yeah. I recognize the screen name, Game Detective. So, yeah. God, I would love that to happen again. Derailed my brain. Actually, I think, speaking of schedules and shows and stuff, Anime Festival Orlando, which was the only other event I had guaranteed, they canceled this year because of COVID. And I can't fault them. We're, the mayor's still not opening up. We're supposed to be at, 70% vaccinated in order for the, mask mandates and social distancing stuff to ease up. And while Disney and Universal are kind of easing up, they're still not. But, yeah, so Anime Festival Orlando's not happening. And that means that Tampa Indie Author Book convention is the only show I'm doing this year. Unless Necronomicon decides to do something. So, yeah, I'm trying to keep the events and information that I'm doing, like the info on all the events, I'm keeping up on the website, or keeping up with on the website. That's under the events tab, which may be under the community tab. It should be its own thing. I don't remember. I do have a tile here on Twitch for the events. Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna do a updating for this stream immediately after. So, just the craziness of the house stuff with my and the end of the year school stuff my daughter's got going on. That's kind of kept me a little behind on the technical things, website and whatnot. I'm on air. Okay. Geez, I need a lock for that door. Anyway, yeah, so today was another kind of crazy thing there. My hybrid battery gave the indicator that it was dead. And after I contacted the people that serviced that, they walked me through some steps to reset it. Or reset the whole car, like it was a computer. It's half a computer. Priuses are so weird. And we got it back working, so I may not need a replacement battery. We'll find that out tomorrow. But, all the crazy. Yep, turning it. Exactly. Turning it off and turning it on again. Apparently also adding oil and driving 25 miles before calling back for the next step. Computer tech support for cars is super weird. Not unlike the computer tech support for this streaming thing. Anyway, so I'll go here and pray that it doesn't crash on us. Let me know if it glitches out. Apparently last week it really kind of did, and I apologize for that. All of the technical issues caused me to kind of burn out creatively, so I don't really have much in the way of art to talk about. That's why the little drafting table, well, counter is empty. Let's see, where... when I have burnouts like this, I go to nature places. And this last weekend I went with my friend Amy to Toshatchee, the Toshatchee Water Management. I'm not even sure if I'm pronouncing that right. But the Toshatchee Water Management area is about half an hour away from me. Boy, where are my doors? But it's the same distance away as the Orlando Wetlands Park, which I will talk about today, because I went and took a bunch of photos. I haven't processed my ones from Toshatchee yet. Oh, thank you. I have a few backgrounds. I'm not sure which one you're talking about. Anyway, so these are photos I took when I went to the Orlando Wetlands Park in December. That feels forever ago. The cool thing about the Orlando Wetlands Park is that it, well, it's nature, yes, but it's very largely man-made. All of Orlando's wastewater actually goes out here after it hits several processing stations. And the way that they dug out this whole area, they did it in tiers. So where the water comes in is like the first tier, and it goes through many, many, many different, like stair steps until it eventually reaches the St. Johns River. And by the time that the water gets there, it's purified. Like, I mean, it's outside river water with animals in it, so I wouldn't drink the water, but you actually could. But it's really cool to walk around the different tiers because they have like these little roads on them, and each tier is a different ecosystem. And it's one of my favorite places to go and see animals. You know, we've got alligators here. They're probably the most notorious critter there. So we'll go look at this beauty here. Each of these photos is of a different gator, and I am showing off the new hobby. I got into photography pretty hard. Oh, hello, Whisperfire! I'm glad you can make it this week. As you can see, I have the chat so that it's, chat and not emojis only. I'm so sorry about that from last week. Oh, my chat window is actually super tiny. Let me see if I can fix that for you guys. Ooh, I made it even tinier. Ah. What is it? Shift to adjust? Oh, I'm squashing you now. Nope. Oh well. Yeah, okay. That seems really tall now. Let me squish it. Ah. Nope. Haha, there, now you're all squished again. There you go. Okay. Yeah. So, like I said, the alligators out at the Orlando Wetlands Park are kind of the big, notorious animal that's there. It's a habitat, or I mentioned that they're all different ecosystems, but it's a nature preserve too. So animals, like, alligators that are found in retention ponds, people's pools, all that stuff, they go to these places, to this place. This gator here in particular, yeah, there we go. Yeah, and you can see my cursor. This was the first one I came across that day, and I definitely didn't want to get close to them, so I actually used the camera lens that I used to take photos of the surface of the moon, or as close as I can get, to take these photos. So I was a good distance away, and I'm very, very happy that I was able to get such clear photos of them, because once, like, that particular lens gets very muted colors after a while, and I figured out how to work around it. So all of all of these photos that I'm showing you guys today, I took with that gigantic telescopic lens, which I'm stuck on a wall. Oh my god, why games? This isn't even a game, and I'm still getting stuck on the walls. Y'all, I can't even get out of Minecraft. This gator was also down the ways. I love... I don't know what it is. I didn't know that alligators did this, but right here I want to show you. He's wearing moss. Like, they wear, like... It's a thing. It's like they wear a moss blanket. I don't know if it keeps them warm, because like I said, it was in December, so they're all lethargic and camping out on the banks. But so many of them were wearing these little moss blankets. And this little dude, he was actually like 12 feet. I don't know, he was huge. But this dude just had so much moss on and was just not only was he snoozing, he was snoring. You could hear him from the walkway. It was crazy and cute. He's got little flowers for eyes. But yeah, he legit put on a blanket and went to sleep. That's so relatable. I want to do that. I want to do that soon. But I will do that in many hours, because that's how I roll. Another photo I'm impressed with, because I was quite the distance away and was able to get a really good photo of this one's eye. Freaked me out though. Like, I was just getting a photo of it sleeping, and then it opened its eye, and I was just like, ah, click. And I got this photo, so that was cool. This is one of the many views of the park. This is actually, I want to say, like one of the mid-tiers. So several in. From here, it goes down to another lake. And then another lake. And then there's one that's called Lake Circe, which is too close to Circe and scares me because of the name association. And, you know, the fact that it's like 12 miles to walk, which takes all day. I don't know. Same lake, more mud, and my door. This is the other side of the road, so this is actually technically another tier. And I don't know what tier that is. But yeah. I got this cool photo of this bird. I think it's an egret. I love egrets. Like, I actually love, like, long-necked birds with stabby faces. And I love egrets in particular because they fly like derps. I mean, look at this thing. It looks like he's just having the hardest time. Yeah. I mean, even... There was no grace. Unlike with the herons. The herons are nice and wonderful and graceful. That's actually, this bird right here is a great blue a Florida great blue heron that kind of followed me around all day. And I got this really cool photo of him, or her. To be honest, I'm not sure. But I got this great photo when they landed fairly close to one of the alligators, and you can tell that the alligators were out of it. They didn't even bother with the birds. Like, they let them walk on them and everything. But yeah, even though they're nice and graceful, this one still managed to have its own derpy moment. The wind picked up and pushed the bird in the water. Won't lie, it also pushed me in the water. Yeah. So that was fun. This was kind of cool. So maybe that one is a male because it looks a bit different from this. This one, I actually got... Here it is in December, and this bird is tending to a nest. And I don't think you were able... Yeah, you can't really see it. Through the lens, I tried to get them, but you could see like the little beaks of the babies because they had already hatched at that point. It was so kind of adorable, but I was very far away, and getting, you know, photos of them was apparently a challenge. I have no idea what this guy is. Let's go over here though. I want to show you guys the anhingas. These are my favorite frickin' birds. I love these things. Like when I was a kid, we used to call them snake birds, because they swim underwater, and when they do, their heads look very much like a snake, and so it used to freak me out. But you know, when I was in the water and they'd swim by me. But out of the water, you know, they kind of pop up, and it's like a game of peekaboo. And my daughter loves them. I love them. They're just such awesome birds with these awesome wings, and yeah. I take many pictures of them. This is actually my favorite picture out of the whole set that I took that day. Because, one, when they're drying their wings off, they're kind of a captive audience. They might dive into the water to get away from you, but they definitely don't take off and fly like most birds. So I got this wonderful, like, glamour shot, like Belle at the Ball or Red Carpet. I don't know. I just totally imagined this bird speaking in a fancy Hollywood accent. um, what else? Oh, yeah, I didn't get to show you on the other side here. I don't know what these guys are, but I only could call them like peacock ducks. Like, they look like peacocks. They look like ducks. There's some sort of waterfowl like this guy over here. But look at those colors. Like, I definitely stood there and took hundreds of photos of this dumb, pretty peacock duck thing. I got in the way of a tour bus that was apparently running. The Orlando Wetlands Park does tours, and I didn't know about that. Which is cool. And oh my god, I'm stuck again. Okay, alright. One of the funniest photos of the day. Well, there's this guy too. Senator Grumpy Gus. I don't even know what he is. He just looks like a Senator Grumpy bird. He also flew like the egrets, had a very hard time with it, and just was unhappy and ungraceful. See, that's how they do. But this picture, it's not even a good picture. It's blurry and stuff, but these two egrets were having their usual time just flying in, and it just happened to be that I got them where one lined up with this. I'm not even sure what this is. Could be that great blue heron that was following me around. Could also maybe be one of the sandhill cranes that was threatening me from a distance, as sandhill cranes do. I mean, we call them warbirds. They have like swords on their faces. Anyway, but this was a winged. We ended up renaming this to a winged tripod. And my friend April drew the funniest thing. Oh, please load. Yeah, here we go. Three-wing tripod and us in our little art group writing on it. Neck-wing tripod. Oh, that's what it was. There we go. Thank you, April. This picture, I love it so much. Won't lie, kind of tempted to do it as a stupid tattoo. But yeah. Yeah, I think those are all the photos that I've taken here. I do not have a photography section of my website yet. I'm not sure how I want to do that. It's, it's kind of a separate thing from my art. I don't know if there's like a service that I should sell the prints through. Ultimately, I think I'm just gonna do a calendar. But yeah, so for now, you guys, this is the only way that you're gonna get to see it, because I have absolutely no idea what to do with these photos otherwise. And so many photos I take. Because, well, that ended up being my pandemic hobby. Because I could still go out, still do something, and not be around anybody. So it was a pandemic safe hobby. Kind of an expensive hobby, I won't lie. Everything is used, and yeah. I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh. Yeah, there are a lot of, they're also not in here. One of the things I was thinking of doing with the photos is actually doing, just stock, no, that's not right. Resource? you're talking about hobbies, then I've got an expensive one, but it's better than collecting magic cards. Alright, well... Oh, I'm curious now. Because the photography game is crazy. My camera, I got a used Canon T3i, or Canon EOS T3i. And that was still... For the camera itself, that was $350. Then I had to pay for the cleaning, which was another $50. And then all the lenses are where they get you. Because, like, just, there's all these different lenses for all these different angles, distances, blah, blah, blah. I have the telescopic lens that I was using is a 800 millimeter that extends to 1,000 millimeters. And like I said, that lets me take photos of the surface of the moon, which I should honestly upload somewhere because they are really cool. The moon looks like an inflatable ball, though. It's got like an inflator valve. It looks like it anyway. Then there's like filters and all that stuff, and like easily these things are, you know, between 50 to thousands of dollars per pop, and I'm not spending that much. Like I said, everything I'm getting is used because old cameras are old, and then Canon lets you have interchangeable lenses throughout the model line, so I can put on like really old lenses. Yay! Thank you, Craigslist. Or, well, actually Craigslist didn't pan out. Amazon Marketplace did, though. So thank you, Amazon Marketplace. Yeah, Whisperfire, I'm curious, what's your hobby? You're like, it's an expensive, and, well, it's Minecraft, or you guys do the streaming stuff, or is that the one? Okay, making videos. Yes, the equipment is, you need some good equipment for that, for sure. I admit I am barely skirting with this. Like, I'm using my brother's old gaming laptop and, you know, to do this, and my internet connection, I'm sharing with... Gosh, how many devices do we have connected to this? We have over 50 devices connected to the internet at any given time. Whether or not they're in use is a different thing, but blah, we have an insane amount of stuff connected here. So, and I don't... And that's, you know, hardware side, yeah, definitely. Hardware is expensive. And then software for editing is what it is. What do you use for your software to edit? Because I'm not paying for Premiere. No. Adobe can bite me. Managed to talk my sister to... Oh gosh, that'll be fun. You guys are definitely some kooky people to watch play Minecraft. Pinnacle Studio 24 by... Oh! Cool! I will, keep a note of that. Or actually, it saves my chats for a while, so I'll keep it here in the chat, too. I'm gonna go look at the alligators again. Alligators! He makes me so happy. Yeah. It's a competitor of Adobe without that subscription price. Yeah, that subscription price is, it's a real getter there, for sure. I almost, like, I pay the $10 a month for the photography package. Yeah. Um, which lets me have Adobe Photoshop and Lightroom. And I still need Photoshop for pretty much everything business wise. So that's actually, what, 120 a year. So that's not bad. Especially since, like, you and I had to go in to get the limited edition at $600. No. I almost though had to throw in for InDesign this month, and I actually found out that like the Creative Cloud website will convert documents from InDesign. So I was able to convert the InDesign document I needed to read into a PDF that I was able to do something with in Photoshop. But for book layout and all that stuff, there's actually a free program called Scribus. Scribus? I think it's Scribus. But I'm learning that one now, and hopefully that'll allow me to put together the decade compilation book that I want to release next year, where I cram my personal works and all my client work into one fat little book that, basically for my morgue. I'll have it for sale, but it's mostly for me, so that I have it for my own reference and portfolio. Basically, that's what it is. I'm doing the, I'm a fancy schmancy graphic designer studio book. Let me go back over here. Okay, I consider that endeavor a fond memory as well. I mean, gosh, when we had that money together, scraped for it, we like skipped through Valencia's hallways to the bookstore to buy it. I remember that completely. Oh yeah, we were so freaking broke. And more so afterwards. Did I use that? God, I must have used that. I used Adobe Photoshop 6 all the way to the point where Adobe CS6 came out. So, I got my money's worth out of it for sure. So. Yeah. Look, it's that Nhinga again. Told you guys I love that photo. Actually, speaking of Shavoa Sunrise, on Patreon, next week, I will be posting the last of the Shavoa Sunrise chapter illustrations. So I guess that's another book. The illustrated edition of Shavoa Sunrise will be probably coming out next year, too. If I, goodness gracious, I have a lot on my plate. Because I'm still working on its sequel. Its fancy special edition is going to come out before its sequel. Or right with its sequel? That could be fun. We'll see how it goes. Editing is going to take up most of it. What the heck is this? Oh, funny. Yeah, these are from leftover from my NFT discussion. Go ahead and clean up here. Yay. Oh, yes. Speaking of cleaning up and Sagan works and stuff, let me go back over to the store here so you all can see it. I added this to the community, so if you guys want to go and run around the Orlando Wetlands Park Gallery virtually, like I did today, you can do that by, in like an hour. You can do it by clicking on the Sagan Works link or tile on the Twitch stream here and on the TWI tab on my website. And what program am I using for the stream? Oh, it's called Sagan Works. That's what I was talking about now. Sagan Works is actually a file content system that they created a visual interface, like, you know, a fun visual interface like this for. And it's a little weird. Like, I wish I could provide you guys a direct link to the Sagans so that you can just click and sign in, but they're still in the beta phase, so they haven't allowed for that yet. That there is a really expensive embeddable option that several museums are using. I'm not doing that. But if you sign up for Sagan Works, get the app, and then click on the community tabs, you can actually search for the communities. And if you want to see this one today, just search for Orlando Wetlands Park, and it'll pop up the little icon that you drag to your quote-unquote map, which is this accordion. Where's my mouse? Okay, there it is. You can drag it to this little accordion thing, which will bring you to... Mine's a mess, but this is the map. And then to get into them, you just double-click and lets you enter. So, Sagan Works, if you go to their website, it should have information on their live streaming conference. They actually sounds like a lot of cool, you know, really cool, because one, they're going to be running around doing things like I do here, and they're going to talk about, like, the future of Sagan Works. And since I'm like a beta user, just because I was like, ooh, neat, I never actually signed up to report or anything. I just have been. Like, they want my feedback for a lot of things, and I'm excited by that. Like, one of the things I want to talk about is, you know, some of the furniture. Like, this, I should be able to put pictures on this, and it's just doesn't let me yet. Let's see. See, I want to try to show you guys. See, it just goes in the background. Totally ignores it. I get to go and put it on the little table here. And then I left it huge, but you can shrink it down. Look, it's a postcard. Hey, and Hinga postcard. Oh, I didn't realize that was a separate piece. Okay, there you go. So, yep, Sagan Works. Yeah, just click on the, oh gosh, tile, tab, link in the Twitch, like the About Me on Twitch, for, you know, my channel here. Because I can remember how to spell the first part, but I don't remember if they spelled works like funky, or if they spelled it... Oh wait, there it is. Here we go, link in the chat. Okay, they spelled it regular. Alright. Everything just... My brain glitched out there. Apologies for the silence there. We'll go ahead and close this out. My mouse is everywhere. Yay. Okay. Huh, the chat disappeared. That's okay. I won't lie, I'm really, really tired. So I probably am gonna head off here again soon. We're coming up close to time anyways. A reminder, I will not be in next week. because that's my husband's birthday, and he's got priority. I love you all, yes, but he wins. And I want to check it out and plaster it with nothing but photos of my cat. Okay, I would absolutely love that. Uh, Definitely, because like Butters is the cutest, strangest cat I out of any of my friends' cats. Like, he's just got the most expressive and derpiest face. Yeah, your cat is great. So yeah, would definitely want to check that out. If I get bored, I might show it on the stream. Is that okay? Right. Also, a reminder that I will be attending Tampa Indie Authors Book Convention on June 5th. That is a weekend day because Virginia, the wonderful woman who runs it, would not do it in the middle of the week. That's just insane. And yeah, I will be heading out tonight. All right, love you all. Good night. I'll see you guys next week. Bye.